It's me again, church, and got more information coming to you regarding this ever-changing coronavirus plan that we have in place. We put in a few measures the other day, but things have continued to change, and so we're doing the best that we can to respond. You know, seminary prepares you for a lot of things in being a pastor, but what it does not prepare you for is the best decision-making skills for a pandemic and what to do in this kind of situation. So we're learning together. So I want you to know that as much as I can take that lightly, I've been not taking this whole situation lightly at all. We've been in a lot of prayer. I've lost sleep over what to do and the best decision for the congregation. And we've had a lot of discussions as a staff as well. And so what I'm about to tell you are some of the big things that we're going to be doing. Now I want you to know that, like I said, we do not take this whole situation lightly. And for that reason, there are some significant things that we'll be implementing starting tomorrow, March 17th. Some significant changes that we're doing that you may not like, but the thing is I don't like it either. But this is the reality that we're living in, and we're trying to make the best of this situation in which we find ourselves. We are trying to look to the third, fourth, and fifth commandments and seek to obey them. The third commandment being, remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. So we want to worship. At the same time, the fourth commandment speaks to honoring our authorities. And while the authorities have requested we not gather together in large assemblies and do certain other things unnecessarily. And the fifth commandment says to not hurt or harm our neighbor. And by gathering together, we might be spreading the germs, the disease that might hurt or harm other people. So all that into consideration, this is the plan that we have moving forward. Starting March 17th through April 6th, the only things that we'll be having here on campus is worship and any meetings for our leadership teams, whether the leadership board, school board, or elders and staff. Apart from that, everything else is temporarily suspended until April 6th. So that involves Bible studies, it involves various events that we have scheduled, including Easter Extravaganza, that one's canceled. We have quilting groups that gather here. Basically, if it's not worship itself or meeting for a leadership time, then it is canceled or suspended. And that includes rehearsals as well for music groups. Unfortunately, this is going to impact our Holy Week, but at the same time, we would rather be able to have Holy Week celebrations than to have sick people all over the place who are unable to attend these things. So, once again, unless it's worship or leadership, we will be suspending those events. Again, this is a difficult situation. We don't like to have to implement these rules, but this is the way that it needs to be for the time being. Some of the other items that we'll be suspending for the time being, we have Sunday school that will no longer be taking place until after April 6th. So we will have adult Sunday school in a pre-recorded lesson from A.J. Cluck, our executive director. We will also come up with a game plan for confirmation. So students, be looking for that. At this point, we are planning on continuing all of our worship services, including 2 worship services on Wednesdays at noon and 7:15 p.m., as well as our Sunday services at 8:15, 9:30, 10:45, and 11 a.m. Once again, things might change as soon as this video is posted, but at this moment, we are continuing on with our worship and leadership group events only, and everything else is suspended. I'm sorry that it's come to this, but we pray that the Lord of the church, the Lord of the universe, would work His mercy and His healing in this time, that we can get back to gathering together and being in fellowship with one another in person. We will be having live streaming available at our Sunday service for the 10:45 service, just as we have for the past year and a half or so. And we will also be live streaming our Wednesday noon service as well, so that you can follow along so you can join us for worship, and we'll be making those services available online. With that, we pray that God would continue to grant healing to our country and to those affected by this virus, and that it would come to a swift end, and that we could continue to glorify God, especially as we can gather together again in His name. God bless you.